How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm test riding a 2023 Kawasaki Vulcan S. Let's get into it. So I borrowed this bike from Del Alma Motorsports of South Bay. I personally have bought probably 5 motorcycles here so far. I'm sure there'll be more. And come talk to my man Chris. He is the sales manager, and tell him MotoJitsu sent you. Alright, so for this bike, it's pretty cool. They have like a display inside the dealership right here, and there's adjustability you could do on this thing. So you could switch out different seats, you could switch out peg positions, either more forward or backwards, and they have handlebar positions as well. And they have the bike up on a display so you can kind of sit on it and move around and adjust on it, so it's pretty cool. Same engines as the Z650 and on the Ninja 650, so it's the same engine but in the cruiser format. So let's see, we got an adjustable preload right here in the rear. No other suspension adjustments. Yeah, it's like a sleek look. I like the exhaust is kind of down there out of the way. It's not really sticking out on either side or anything like that. All blacked out, which is nice. But it's got some power. Vulcan S, 650 Vulcan S. Yeah, looks nice. So let's jump on this bad boy. I'm 5'9", 32-inch inseam. Of course, feet totally flat on the ground. I could damn near put my knees on the ground. Not really, I'm just exaggerating, but totally flat on the ground. Really comfortable bike. Handlebars, you put your hands out, they're right there. Hi. So let me adjust my mirror so I'm not staring at myself. There we go. Good enough for what I'm doing. All right, let's do the startup screen. Check it out. Got the RPM right big up top, which is nice. Got the clock on there, how many miles are on it. Fuel gauge, gear indicator, miles per hour, and then this right here you can search through. You got trip A, trip B, average, range, and then odometer, and then that's just a reset a couple things. So everything you need, and it even has hazards. Awesome. So like maybe you're a shorter person and you want a bike that could go on the highway and have some power, but also you like the cruiser style, so this could be it for you. And I've never rode this bike before, ever, so I'm super excited about it. Got adjustable brake lever, adjustable clutch lever right here, so you can change the different positions, which is always nice. I don't know how bikes don't have that nowadays, but they should. All right, let's go. So it's got forward controls, and the foot position, the foot pegs are where they are stock, but with the adjustability you can move them back closer to you, which I probably would. I'd probably move it to the closest setting just because I like the feel of that a little bit better, but otherwise pretty comfortable. We get on the brakes. Brakes feel good. That's nice, and direct sunlight right there. Look at the gauge cluster. So I got the miles per hour, fuel, what gear I'm in, RPM up top. Very simple, very cleverly designed. Yeah, I like it. Mirrors are good. I could see behind me, nice big square mirrors, so shout out to you guys for making the mirrors nice as well. But I could tell this thing's got some power. Yeah, it's got the 650, so oh yeah, this thing has got some power. So the rear brake is nice, easy to get to, no problem there. The shift lever is kind of high, like it's kind of upright, as you can see. I'd probably adjust that to make it a little bit more down a little bit, so it'd just be easier to upshift and downshift. So that's just your own customization, your own ergonomics that you change on yourself. Your foot peg position, your lever position, you know, you can move the handlebars, loosen it up, get the mirrors, different mirrors, seats, blah blah blah, whatever. So that's what you should be doing whenever you get a new bike anyway, just setting it up for you. Set it up for you. But all right, second gear. Let me go a second gear roll on right here. Oh yeah. It's got some good power. Yeah, so you like the cruiser style, but maybe you don't want an Indian, maybe you don't want a Harley. You know, whatever Yamaha makes, the Bolt, the C-Spec Bolt, which I also test rode. By the way, everyone, I have an entire playlist of all the bikes I've test ridden before. Test rode. So go check out the playlist, a bunch of different bikes. BMWs, Harleys, sport bikes, everything you can imagine. So, say you want a cruiser bike with some power that could go on the highway, right? But you want a low seat, and this could be the bike for you. And I'm actually, my friend I was just talking to, she has a cruiser right now but it's a little bit too big for her, but she still wants to go on the highway with it. So this is what I'm gonna now tell her about. Like, dude, go check out this bike, because this thing is it's pretty sweet. Plus with the customization of the seat and the foot pegs and the handlebars, you get the handlebars closer to even. So I would probably do that. I would get the other handlebars, which are closer to me, and I would bring the foot pegs closer to me as well, so it's almost like more mid controls. But definitely enough roll-on power. There we go. I'm 6th gear. Roll on that throttle and get up and go. Nice. You could probably get a windshield on here, right? It seems like you'd be able to do that. I like how I can just keep my head perfectly still and just glance with my eyeballs, look in the mirrors, look down and see what I'm going, see the speed. Yeah, this thing is nice. I like it. You got that sparky engine, but in a cruiser platform. So if you're looking for a cruiser, but you don't want to be like, you know, a typical quote cruiser with like really low ground clearance and, you know, I don't know, like whatever. This could be like a sporty cruiser, like a sport bike-ish cruiser. This thing's fun. So no adjustable suspension, of course. So you could definitely get some thicker oil for the front to kind of slow down the bounciness of it, but of course any bike would be a plus to upgrade the suspension and get really good suspension on any bike. However, if you're a newer rider, I wouldn't really worry about it too much right away. I would just learn how to ride better, you know, take a whole bunch of courses and practice. That should be number one priority, and then sure, you know, then you could kind of do other stuff, worry about the bike, suspension, and things like that afterwards. But, you know, just outside of the lines right here, not touching this foot pegs, not at full lock, so I'm easily doing 20-foot circles on this bad boy, no problemo. So, of course, it's capable, and I do that same thing on every single bike, including Hayabusas, R1s, whatever. Do 20-foot circles just to show people, once again, the bike does not matter once you get your skill high enough. But yeah, the gauge cluster is super nice. Brakes feel good. It's got a chain, don't have a belt like Harley's. The exhaust is super low, inconspicuous, out of the way. Got adjustability for the rear suspension, super easy to get to. You don't have to like take the whole damn bike apart. Got adjustments for the controls, got adjustment for the handlebars, adjustment for the seat. I like the blacked out look. Yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about this thing. I like the way the whole thing looks up front from all sides. It's a fun bike, and it's got power, so and it doesn't feel like it's heavy. Like it feels pretty lightweight, but it's still got the umph. It's still got the juice. It still has the juice. And because it has a chain, you could get the spools right there and still get the rear of the bike up on the rear stand. You know what I'm saying? Just like a sport bike would, to clean the chain and everything. So, but it's a cruiser, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a mixture. It's like a blend of a whole bunch of different things, which I like. Kind of thinking out of the box. All right. Let's head on back. Get on the brakes real quick, do a 20-mile-per-hour test. Oh, brakes are good. Kawasaki brakes are good, people. Right out of the box, brand new. Brakes are good. Super strong, responsive. 3rd gear, I'm gonna go 30 miles per hour. Do it again. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Harder I brake, the harder they really stick into the ground. Oh, feel good. Brakes feel good. Man, I like this bike. This thing is fun as hell. I want to take this thing out for a day or a week. It'd be fun to do. Go out in the twisties. Yeah, so if I had this bike and I wanted a cruiser, but I wanted some power in the cruiser, but have it simple and, you know, not really cruiser with, you know, like a belt, like an Indian or a Harley or whatever, I'd be seriously looking into this bad boy for sure. Put some baggage on this thing, be comfortable, no crazy amount of technology, right? And the handlebars would be closer, so I could just cruise like this. Got my feet up, put some bags on the sides, got a windshield on this thing, plenty of bar space to put, like, you know, your phone mount and, you know, a GoPro or whatever else. So yeah, I like this thing. So if you like the cruiser style, maybe you want to go camping, maybe you want to go do this or that, you like the cruiser style, but you want a sport bike engine inside of it, this bike is cool. I like it a lot. I'm pleasantly surprised with this bike. I rode the, what the hell was it called? It's on the playlist, my bike review playlist. It's like a Yamaha C-Spec Bolt or whatever the hell it is. Nothing wrong with it. It was okay, but it wasn't really anything too exciting. But this engine makes this bike exciting, even though it's in a cruiser platform. It's fun. It's definitely fun, and the adjustability is pretty damn cool that Kawasaki is doing that. You got the seat, you got the handlebars, and you got the foot position all adjustable before you even leave the dealership. Like, you can go sit on the bike, try out different positions and see what you like, and then, you know, try it out after a month of riding or a week of riding or whatever. I'm like, you know what, let me try out the other foot position, let me try out the other handlebars or whatever. So a lot of customization for this thing, so it's pretty cool. I like the thing. I like being pleasantly surprised on bikes like this, so it's a lot of fun. Another bike to put in my back of my brain of recommendations for when people ask me about bikes during live Q&As or whatever I'm doing. So this is definitely it. I'll be talking about more. All right, another second gear roll on once I get around over here. Here we go. Yeah, fun. I don't want to get in too hard, you know, it's obviously a brand new bike, but man, go all the way up to 12,000 RPM, the red line, on a cruiser. Oh, it's fun. Fun bike. Fun bike for sure. Here we go, red light. I'll get on the brakes hard again. Nice. Brakes feel good. Suspension doesn't feel too crazy bouncy. I would not overlook it. That's for sure. I think you'd be doing yourself no favors by overlooking this bike if you're looking for a bike that has literally like a sport bike engine in it. Like, it's not like a Ninja ZX6R engine. Obviously, it's not the 4-cylinder, high revving, you know, full-blown sport bike engine, but it's the same engine as the Z650, and that's a good engine. So if I rode the Z650, you could guarantee I'll be saying the same types of things about the engine, but then I'll just talking about the ergonomics and how it feels differently. But to have that engine on this bike, it's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. And of course, Kawasaki, you got the damn reliability of you know, the big 4 Japanese brands. So Kawasaki, super reliable bike, and yeah, everything feels well made. You put a windshield in this bad boy and do the adjustments to how you like it and what you want to feel, like with the foot peg position and seat and handlebars. Hell of a bike. But even third gear, yeah, it's got good power, good torque, and it's fun. Has a good fun factor, because let's be honest, if you're not having fun while riding a motorcycle or the bike you're riding, then is it really the bike you want? Probably not. I'll park this back over here just where I got it from. Bam. Yeah. So this bike is way better than I thought it was going to be, and it is now super high up on my recommendations for cruisers that have, like, so let me think about it. So the Harley Davidson 883, the Indian Scout, so that's kind of like the same type of range, I would say, because those have some pretty good amount of power as well. But for me, between those three I just mentioned, and maybe a couple other Harleys or Indians that kind of like the naked look and not all the big plastics and everything like that, so kind of the same looking bike, Harley Indian, I'd probably choose this one over those two for sure. So I said in the video, the Indian Scout I would choose over the Iron or the Harley 883, but now I would choose the Vulcan S over the Indian. But that's just me, because this thing is super sporty. That engine is fun as hell, and for sure, just put some suspension on here. Not even full-blown suspension, maybe gold valve cartridge emulators just to put it up in the front, and that's really about it. Really, just, you know, got the capability, it looks like, with the bolts right there to put some bags on the back, get the different customization, put a windshield on this bad boy. You got a hell of a bike. So awesome. That was really fun. I'm glad I was pleasantly surprised. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the playlist I have about all the other bike reviews, and there'll be a whole lot more to come, so stay tuned.